get back into reading. You know, it sounds simple. Let's do a chapter a night. Make yourself do a chapter a night. That's the power. Power is right here in your mind and right here. And if you're not filling this thing up, you don't stand a chance. I want you to have your own. I don't want you to just work for me. I want to be a partner with you. But you got to be a beast like me. And most importantly, you have to be a beast like you. You gotta understand, I used to walk around, I was telling the presidents the other day, I used to walk around and just talk to myself. Like you know, I'm walking from one job to another, and I would just be talking to myself, talking about, you know, the things that I dreamt and I wanted to be, and this right here goes out to all them people. Y'all know who y'all are, and y'all know what I'm talking about. You're talking to yourself and talking about how you want to get it and what you want to be, and you know, this is something that's big. I'm one of the crazy ones, so but there's a lot of people that understand that that dream is so heavy and bubbling in you. It's like you got to get it out. I've definitely been having like some personal breakthroughs in my life, and just, you know, on the man in the mirror side of things, just, you know, taking accountability for me being happy, for me being balanced, and also me growing as a person. And I think when you get closer to God, you're happier, and when you get closer to the knowledge of yourself, and you're not afraid to go on that journey to find out how messed up you are, how good you are, but your overall result is that you want to be a better man, a better father, and it puts you in that spirit. I loved what I was doing. I decided if I was going to do a job, I loved what I was doing. I would walk around, I would dance and sing as I was delivering my papers, and that kind of helped me for the future of what I wanted to do. And that was just being a young entrepreneur. I thank God every day that I'm blessed with the chance to do something that I love doing. But I feel anybody can do something that they love doing if they go after it in the right way. If they go after it with the love, the motivation for it is the love, and the love of leaving a legacy behind, more than the selfishness of just doing it for money or doing it to blow up or to be the man or the woman or to have the fame. If you do it to make history, if you do it to change people's lives, to make people feel good, to make yourself feel good, it's just gonna come naturally. Man, there ain't no ego in getting this paper. Feel me? If you want something bad enough and you got that desire, you'll walk to another state or country if you have to. When I was coming up in the game, if I couldn't do the little job, I could never get to the big job. All the entrepreneurs out there, don't make risky decisions, make smart decisions. Just work as hard as you can. You know, keep your faith in God. All things are possible through God. I feel good today.
What's going on, everybody? I feel good today. Today is an amazing day. If you guys can hear me clearly, just go ahead and drop some coffee emojis in the chat box. Today's call, man, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm really not even here. Like I'm still in Austin right now. You know what I mean? Mentally, I'm still in Austin. So if you guys can hear me, just drop some coffee in the chat box. I definitely need y'all's energy. I ain't even have time to make me a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? I need it. So I need y'all to just give me some coffee this morning as we dive into episode number 101. Make sure everything is good to go. All right. Perfect. Just want to get everything solid. All right, we in the game. So welcome to the 101st episode of Coffee and Crypto. If you guys don't know, my name is Vincent Owens. Been doing this for quite some time now. And this call started out originally not even as a podcast idea, but it really was just a call I was doing in the morning time with my community, just talking to them about, you know, the many benefits of investing into different digital assets, cryptocurrencies. Wrote my first book around COVID, during the COVID time, which was entitled The Secrets of Crypto and Money. And that book was meant for anybody who's coming into this space that just really needs an A to pay manual, right? We take you from not knowing anything, from being a zero in this space to becoming a hero for your family through investing into this space. So that's what we've been doing over the last couple of years, but specifically over the last 2 or 3 years, I've been developing systems, writing books, educating people, and just becoming a better leader each day in this space. And now we're here where we are today on episode number 101. So I consider this really episode 1, right? I think that this is like I'm starting over with a clean slate. A lot of you all have been rocking with it for literally 100 episodes. And so I want to say thank you for following us over into this next century, you know what I mean? This next century of episodes that we're going to put out. So for people that got the book, The Secrets of Crypto and Money, just light up the chat box, drop a 7 if you've ever gotten a copy of that book and you've read it. But that book was to help you kind of go through this space, learn how to set up your wallets, understand the mindset, understand the risk, understand why you should protect your stuff, understand exchanges, understand the future, understand mining a little bit with Bitcoin and how that works, right? So the book really took you through all of those things, the basic frontier of crypto. I'm happy a lot of you all have read the book. Thank you for the support. Appreciate y'all for going out and getting those books, right? So again, if you have never read that book and you're in crypto, it's a really short read. It's an ebook. You can grab it. The link will be dropped here on the call today. Have some new things going on. I do want to start the call off with this right here. I would like for everybody, okay, and I'm going to put this number, and if someone can help me in YouTube as well with putting this number, but the new number, the new text now number for coffee and crypto. We have a text now number. You guys can reach me anytime with this number. I wanted to make it where everybody can reach me. If you need anything, if you need some coaching, you're not understanding something you can just text me. You know what I mean? Like, and I will get back to you and reach back to you. So that number is 678-688-3251. Again, that number is 678-688, okay? 688-3251. And what I'd like you all to do is to text that number right now. Text that number right now. Let's see, what do I want y'all to text that number? Text me right now so I can lock y'all in. Like, text that number so that I can have your number. So I want you to just text your first and last. There it is. Just text your first and last name. Do that. Text your first and last name over to that number, 678-688-3251. Again, 678-688-3251. You guys will be able to see that in my bio. I'm changing everything up. It'll be in my bio on Instagram. That'll be the number you guys can reach out to me. So if you need anything, don't say you can't reach out and tap in with me. All right. Now, fast forward, about 2 years have went by. And if you've read that book with me, you should be well invested, right? You should have crypto. You should have more crypto. Right? You should have some more crypto. And the more crypto you have, the more problems you have. So the second book that we wrote, the reason why I wrote that book was because I was like, man, the more crypto I get, I feel like the more problems. Like, you know what I mean? The more issues, the more things I face, the more people that hate, the more this, that. So the more crypto, more problems. So I wrote the second book and I leveraged artificial intelligence in writing that book. Because here's the thing. A little background about myself. Today is going to be really like we starting over. I'm acting like a lot of y'all don't know me. I'm really speaking to a lot of people that I met at Consensus 2023. I appreciate you guys for tuning in on YouTube, locking in with me, commenting on Instagram. It was nothing but love. And we're about to get into that. Like, I really have that energy to give y'all. Like, I got to just talk to y'all about Consensus. Like, it was way too crazy. And I got some crypto stuff to share too, honestly, but man, we might pour over into Thursday with the crypto talk. If that's cool, if I can share my Consensus journey with y'all, if I can just give you that energy, light it up with some coffee. If not, if y'all just want crypto stuff, I don't have to tell y'all about it. Honestly, I'm still there. I'm having a great time. But if you do want to hear it, you could drop some coffee in the chat box and let me know. All right, cool. My Zoom. Look, I don't know what YouTube wants to hear, but I know for a fact my Zoom community want to hear, and that's what it is. All right, so we'll get into Consensus here in a second. However, I want to shout out Chris, Blue Factory, the Blue Factory apparel. I want to shout out Chris for making these shirts, man. Like this is one of my shirts. We have we got two more designs that's coming out this week. We actually have 3 designs out right now. Coffee and Croy. We have 2 designs out right now. 3 designs out right now. We have 2 Mo Crypto, Mo Problem shirts. Collab with, and it's collab with Coffee and Crypto. So if you guys look on the back, y'all can see the coffee logo. So if you want one of these shirts, we'll have the website up soon. You can grab yourself a Mo Crypto, Mo Problem shirt. I promise you, this was the hottest shirt in all of Consensus. No, not, and it might have just been me. I might just be a fly guy. Like, and it ain't even Mike. I'm a fly guy. So I understand. Like, you might throw the shirt on and not be as fly as me. That, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I understand. I get it. But for me, man, when they seen this shirt, when they see this melanated brother walking the Consensus, looking as good as I was supposed to look in my Mo Crypto, Mo Problem shirt, man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Like, it was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. So the amount of compliments we got on these shirts, man, the amount of value we was able, like the amount of value was able to place into people's lives. People are looking, hey, what do you do? Boom, boom, boom. It was just amazing. So to talk a little bit about Consensus, Consensus was an experience like no other. And I actually have a video that I would like to show you guys from Consensus. All right. So but as I'm pulling that up, Consensus was off the radar. Like there was, I've never in my life been to something like this. And listen, guys, I spoke at InvestFest. And even at InvestFest, there was a lot of haters. There was a lot of people coming up to, why you think that crypto stuff works? Look, I don't want to hear none of that. I'm in my journey where I don't want to hear that, right? I don't want to hear none of that. So understanding that at Consensus, if you are an investor in crypto and you're not going to these events and you're not feeling the way I'm feeling, I didn't see not a one of you at Consensus, not one. But you call yourself a crypto enthusiast. You call yourself a crypto investor. You better stack up this money. You better figure out how you can create a media company and be there next year. You better figure something out, because I figured it out. See, the year before last, last year's Consensus 2022, I applied as media under Coffee and Crypto. And they sent me back a message that said, unfortunately, you're not qualified. That's what they told me last year. And then I remember what Mike Jones said. So I went harder. He said, last year they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Last year they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Now I'm hot. They wanted me. So guess what? I applied again and literally shot my 100th episode on that Thursday. Y'all gonna pop my stuff today. I got to. So our 100th episode that Thursday at Consensus. And they said, man, come on, brother. Come on, you need to be here. You're qualified. They sent me an email, said I was qualified. I applied the Thursday before Consensus. They didn't even, I thought the passes was done. Like usually, typically, if you're not doing it weeks, months prior, you're not good. So that's how I know for a fact that we have one of the greatest platforms in the world. And I want to say the greatest, but I'm not here up for debate. I'm not here to compete. I'm just here to create. You feel me? So going in Consensus, like you would never understand the type of energy, the type of like love. There's nobody questioning you. There's nobody, asking you if this is right, this, that, and the third. Everybody believed. 1017. Shout out to my brother Mo. Okay. Now I want to show y'all a video real quick. Okay, of what you missed. Now, literally, the name of this video is Consensus 2023. Here's what you missed. Drop some coffee if you're going to be there with me next year. Drop some coffee if you'll be there with me next year. Because they already selling 2024 tickets, right? Drop some, man. Now, I'm going to play this video, and then we're going to dive into this bullish content today.
Consensus is the place to be to learn about the future of crypto and just have a great time.
Welcome to Consensus 2023.
There will only be more critical digital assets. And so thinking from the beginning about what that experience will be like will be essential to reach that adoption.
blockchain is going to enable this unlocking of revenue streams.
People in this room are here because they see problems out there and they're trying to resolve them using technology, using communities, using art, whatever it is. But everyone is looking for a better way forward. So it's really encouraging, inspiring just to be around people like that.
Consensus has been great. It's insightful and overwhelming in the best possible way.
It's been an absolute amazing experience. It's my first year being here, and I feel like I've been vibing out in this crypto space for a while, and I finally found my tribe. I found the people that, I don't get questioned. I don't get looked at crazy being here, and it's a great experience.
Consensus 2023. What a movie it was. Sheesh. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Mama, I made it on TV. You feel me? Like, hey, some people be joking when they say, I say, Mama, I made it on TV. Some people hate it. Some people didn't say congratulations. Hey, look, I ain't worried about it because thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people is gonna see that coffee and crypto shirt. That is amazing. Like, guys, they did hundreds of interviews. And the fact that coffee and crypto landed on the official recap video of Consensus, that just tells me that I'm like, it's just bullish for the rest of the year. Like, my attitude coming in this call is bullish. You know what I mean? Like, I never know who's watching now. So we got to stay bullish. Welcome to the greatest cryptocurrency morning show in the world. If y'all with me, just go ahead and drop some coffee and let's keep progressing forward, family. Thank y'all so much for believing, for being here, for staying committed, for having integrity yourselves, for never giving up on your vision, for never giving up on your mission, and all that good stuff. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's dive into some of this content today. If y'all ready, just go ahead and light it up one time. If y'all ready, just go ahead and light up the chat box for your boy real quick. Light up the chat box for your boy. All right. So there was a lot of stuff that happened at Consensus, right? And so I want to show you a couple of the different things they had going on, right? So they had different summits, they had different things. So they had like a trade fi and DeFi stage. They had a builder stage, policy, Web3. Then they had their summits. Their summits were super dope. Crypto Policy Summit, which was sponsored by Hedera. I got to speak directly to the team of Hedera. When I walked up and I told them I did a 2.5 hour masterclass on their product, you should have saw like all of their people just came over wanting to know more about what it is that we do, right? So there's a lot of opportunities on the way. There's a lot of things that I've been speaking for a while, and I believe that they're about to come into fruition. Got a lot of follow-ups to do today. So this is awesome, right? You got the Money Reimagined Summit between a banking crisis. So this Money Reimagined Summit was super dope, and I'm gonna click on it because just so you can see some of the people that were speaking. I actually got to see this one here in person. A 10-year roller coaster toward a new, I believe it's a new model of money. This particular or interview was with Jeremy Allaire, right? So this particular interview, sorry y'all, was between Jeremy Allaire, who's the co-founder and chairman and CEO of Circle. Man, when I tell you that like Circle, after listening to his interview, man, Circle is definitely one of those companies that we want to watch out for. I'm actually going to go through these over the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to watch them myself because I have access, and I'll pull some videos, some content from these that I feel like would be really dope, and we'll watch it together over the next couple of weeks. Since I have access to it, I want you guys to still get that value because I think you have to pay for the online thing in order to have access to the online section. So I'm gonna make sure that you guys have that. Now, while I was there, I actually walked across actually met two different people. One of the people that I met was well, I didn't meet him. I saw him, but everybody was crowded around him. So David Schwartz was there, the CTO of Ripple, the chief technology officer of Ripple was there. And I wanted to definitely run up and what's up, man, and talk to him. But it didn't happen this year. But I saw him. So I did see him in person. And then also King Solomon, got to shake hands with King Solomon, say what's up to him as he was passing through. So it was dope to see those guys in person, people that you hear on YouTube all the time and stuff. But this was an interview that I wanted to play. I mean, I felt like it was extremely important. So I'm going to play this video. And then we're also going to cover, this JP Morgan Chase bank acquisition of what's the bank? Sorry, y'all. I'm still First Republic Bank. All right. So their acquisition of First Republic Bank, we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about how the FDIC has been connected into this for years. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about a whole lot of stuff. There's a monopoly happening in this banking system. Before we get into that, I'm going to play this quick video, a couple segments of this on the XRP Ledger interview with David Schwartz.
What is up, everybody? Solomon here. Extremely excited to be down here at Consensus with Genfinity, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to meet the man, the myth, the legend himself, Sir David Schwartz. David, can you talk a little bit about your experience? You did a fireside chat today. XLS 20 launched about 7 months ago. Obviously, NFTs going live on the XRP Ledger, and I know one of the big passion aspects that you have going on right now is XLS 30. Can you talk about that chat and XLS 30 and what that represents for the ledger?
Sure. So I gave a fireside chat along with David Bucieri from the XRPL Commons, and we talked about everything. I asked him some questions like, what is the XRPL Commons? Because, he had helping him to kind of get his message out. And he asked me a lot of questions about, what direction the XRP Ledger was going, and a lot of focus on how developers can join the effort and where they can get support and how they can contribute and be part of a thriving community. Yeah, XLS 20, it's been about 6 months now, roughly. And the adoption has been really good. There's been well over 1 million NFTs, 5 major marketplaces, hundreds of projects. It's been fantastic, and the network has been stable. There were certainly legitimate concerns anytime you make a change to a blockchain that you're going to break something, and obviously we're as careful as we can possibly be. But it's always a relief when it goes off without a hitch, and the network is still stable. Closing ledgers every couple of seconds. Transactions are really fast. Yeah, XLS 30, the automated market maker. I'm just the mechanics and the mathematics of trading is something that's really exciting to me, and I'm excited for the possibility that that's going to bring. Not so much for adding liquidity. It will add liquidity. Personally, that's not what I'm super excited about. What I'm super excited about is the trading strategy that will execute on behalf of token holders and the yield that I think that the people who sort of loan cryptocurrencies and stable coins providing liquidity to the pool will get.
100%. And I mean, I always have to ask, obviously XLS 20 was, back in 2022. What were the biggest milestones and achievements, in your opinion, from the XRP Ledger standpoint in 2022? And what are you most excited about? Maybe that is XLS 30. What are you most excited about moving forward into 2023 and even pushed out into the future a little bit further?
I think undoubtedly the XLS 20, the NFTs, the native NFT support is the Ledger highlight for 2022. But there's another aspect that I think there's been a lot of effort, and it's hard to promote this because it kind of draws a light on the bad parts, but like the security and stability improvements and scalability improvements have been phenomenal. And I think that's part of the reason why the XRP Ledger has been able to operate for more than 10 years. I know it's never sexy because it's been working and it's still working. And when you make it better, well, what was wrong with it before? But that continuous improvement, I know it's not very exciting, but really from a technical standpoint, it's just exciting to me that the network has kept up with the increasing demand. And that's not magic. That's an effort put into improving its performance, reliability, and that kind of thing. As far as the future of the automated market maker, I think also Ripple's been working hard on identity solutions to allow more enterprise adoption, sanctions compliance particularly. Enterprises will not participate in any financial system where they might inadvertently accept money from or send money to like a sanctioned entity, because the penalties are just so high, they just won't do it. And so coming up with some sort of solution to those
Makes
types
sense.
of problems, I think is what we're going to be focusing on. Our 2023 emphasis is going to be around removing barriers to enterprise adoption to DeFi technologies.
I would love your take on, because we know Ripple has Liquidity Hub obviously as well. Do you think that over time, like you're going to see NFTs and certain things need to have like bolstered up liquidity? And can you maybe just touch base a little bit on Liquidity Hub and what that represents right now, and what you're excited about moving forward with Liquidity Hub as well, what that does for Ripple as an organization?
Sure. Yeah, I absolutely do think that liquidity becomes more important. Especially, what's going to happen is you're going to be interested in NFT projects in all different places. They're not, every NFT project is not going to be on the XRP ledger. It's not going to be on Ethereum. It's going to be in various different places. And so liquidity and interoperability are going to be important because otherwise you're going to have to the interoperability burden is all going to be on the individual retail user. Right. That doesn't make any sense. So that's going to have to happen. Liquidity Hub is kind of like an enterprise solution to that problem. Ripple has always had these two hats, like one focusing on the enterprise solution, the building software that banks can use, very reliable. Liquidity Hub is like the professional enterprise solution to that problem. And sort of the XRP Ledger's DEX is part of the sort of bottom up solution, the sort of solution for everybody. As far as how we see Liquidity Hub fitting into the other things that we're doing, we have a payments platform where you can source payments using cryptocurrencies, you can settle, intervene, you can bridge, and we're in enterprises, we're in financial institutions, we're in their payment flows. And so if we can introduce new technologies like Liquidity Hub and then subsequent enterprise DeFi products, maybe it's lending, maybe it's identity, you can think of RippleNet and Liquidity Hub as becoming a potential distribution platform and a potential pathway for enterprise adoption to those technologies.
Dang. I don't know if y'all understood that, but basically what he's saying is Ripple is literally going to be a distribution hub for enterprise and banks. Basically, Ripple is the Amazon of this layer of the internet. Ripple's the Amazon. Amazon is a distribution. It's a distributor, right? It distributes, it pushes out like you go through Amazon, like guys, we go through Amazon for everything, books, podcasts, anything you need, you can go through Amazon. You feel me? Healthcare, anything you need, you can get through. So it's the same thing happening here on the XRP ledger. Same thing happening here with Ripple. So I want to stop the video there. You guys go and watch that video for yourself. Remember, stay educated, stay self-sufficient. You know what I mean? In these times. However, what I do want to do is I have another video that I didn't actually put into the queue that I want to pull up real quick from my bookmarks. I want to show you guys this. Okay. So this video right here, they really broke down the automated market makers. And so when we do our XRP masterclass, we're going to go over this stuff, right? The automated market makers and different things and how to set this up, how to become a part of this, how to start earning, because the biggest thing is, man, could you imagine, right now, how many of you guys, all right, let me see real quick from our Hedera masterclass, how many people took that information and now you're staking your Hedera on the Hashpack wallet? How many people are actually doing that right now and you're earning Hedera, right? I actually want to take this moment to show you guys, just go ahead and light up the chat box and let people know. If you're on YouTube, light it up if you was on that call, right? But I'm gonna open up my Hashpack wallet real quick and I want to show you all, what's possible with staking, right? Because I don't want y'all to miss out on this money. Remember, and if you're interested, just text me Hedera to that number, to that phone number that I gave you all in the beginning. Text Hedera to that phone number. That phone number again is 678-688-3251. Again, that number is 678-688-3251. If you want that Hedera Hashgraph Masterclass, text Hedera to that number, and I will get you over a copy of that masterclass. That way you can start staking. Okay, now, what I want to do really fast is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you all how staking has been going for me. All right. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you how staking has been going for me. So in this particular wallet, I have 9,999 of these, right, of Hedera Hashgraph, and that's just in this wallet that I'm staking. Okay. Now, the reason, okay, how many of you all caught that NFT drop? I didn't say nothing because I barely caught it. But how many people caught the NFT drop on Hashpack? Did anybody catch the NFT? And did anybody catch the NFT drop on Hashpack? It happened like late at night. I woke up at like 5 a.m., guys. And look, I didn't even have the time to tell nobody because I knew nobody was awake, right? But they did an NFT drop on Hashpack. I'm finna show you the NFTs I got, okay? So I got this book bag right here, and this was free. I didn't pay anything. I didn't pay anything for this, right? And there's a royalty fee on it attached, right? So that's super dope. This was an early adopter NFT. Look, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping that it becomes more valuable, but I paid $0 for this one, right? Then you got this one right here, which was an early supporter NFT, which I had to pay 500 HBAR for. So just 500, like 30 bucks. I paid 30 bucks for this, and we'll see in the future what this early supporter NFT will be worth, right? What utility comes on the back end of it, right? And that's really what we talk about with NFTs is understanding the utility. You know, I don't know what the utility of these are. However, I grabbed them because it says early adopter and early supporter. To me, that's enough utility right there to just as a prize for myself so I could show my kids one day, hey, I was an early adopter and I was an early supporter of the Hashpack, right? So you got to be, this is why I say y'all got to be plugged in on Twitter. You got to stay plugged in, right? Now, staking, let's talk about it. So 9 hours from now, I'll earn another 1.86 HBAR. So every 24 hours, I'm earning almost 2 HBAR every 24 hours for staking 9,000 of them. Total rewards since our HBAR masterclass, since the masterclass, y'all, that was 2 weeks ago. That was like 2 weeks ago. I've earned 35.5 HBAR. That's what I've earned 35 free. Y'all see it right here. I'm staking it to an IBM node, right? You can change your node. You can do any of them. You can do an LG node. You can do a FIS node, a Google node. This one's overstaked. You can do a DLA Piper node. You can do a Dutch Telecom node, Avery Dennison node. You can do any of these nodes, and you can stake. If you don't know what staking means, that means you're just pooling your crypto into basically a liquidity pool, and basically for the transactions that's happening on the IBM node of this particular hash graph of the hash graph ecosystem for IBM, I'm helping facilitate, I'm helping with those transactions. So therefore, I'm earning free passive income every single day. I have 35 free coins. Imagine if this goes to $10. That's 350 bucks for free that I didn't do nothing for besides let my money sit and grow. If that does not make sense, if that does not get you excited, I don't know what the heck is going to get you excited out here. Period. Okay? Period. What is a node? Go to ChatGPT. Y'all, I'm about to start. Go to ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT these questions, because ChatGPT will tell you exactly what it is. And then you can say, give me ChatGPT. Give me what is a node in a very simplified way that I can understand it. Give it to me in a fifth grade educational way. What is a blockchain node? Just ask ChatGPT. I swear, ChatGPT will change your life. That's a bar. That's a whole bar right there. Let's get back to these. Let's get back to this Let's get back to this content, family. Okay. So the automated market maker on Ripple is on XRP Ledger. This XLS 30 is so pivotal to everything within this ecosystem. It's really going to allow us to be able to do the exact same thing that I'm showing you that I'm doing with HBAR on the Hashpack. You'll be able to do this in your Zum wallet. So you'll be able to start staking crypto, earning rewards, earning more XRP or another crypto. I'm not sure exactly how they set it up, but you know, as we dive deeper into this masterclass, we're going to figure it out together, right? That's the purpose of these classes. Okay. Now, Robert Kiyosaki says that regional banks are being wiped out. Okay. Calls the Federal Reserve a criminal. That's basically what he says, right? So the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, he says that he tweets this week that the Fed is wiping out regional banks by supporting only the big banks. So remember this, okay? There was something, and I made a video about this the other day, but there's something called too big to fail banks, okay? Too big to fail banks, okay? So let's go hear about it. So years after the housing crash, the specter of too big to fail still haunts the banking industry, right? So what does this mean? That basically means that Silicon Valley Bank, Standard Bank, all of these banks were small regional banks, credit unions, and they're not safe because the Federal Reserve and the FDIC, they will not insure and they will not cover or they won't bail out these smaller banks. The only banks they're willing to truly bail out at this point are these big banks. And the reason why is because truthfully, a too big to fail bank means basically that it's so big. This bank is so big to the point where if it crashed, it would be so detrimental to the entire world, our entire economy. So they have to bail these institutions out. Okay. If they don't, then everything will crash. We do not they don't want to see these markets crash, right? So this is what a too big to fail bank is, right? Again, a business or a business sector so ingrained in the financial system or economy that its failure would be disastrous. So some of the banks that are too big to fail are these, right? In 2023, there were 8 American banks that qualify as too big to fail. What y'all need to understand is that with this happening, there will be 8 institutional banks that will be connected to the Federal Reserve and all these other banks over time. This is my theory. All these other small regional banks over time will be wiped out and you'll have a monopoly on the bank. And we just saw it happen with JP Morgan Chase, and we're about to break it down. Now, JP Morgan Chase is number 1 on the list. Number 2 is Citigroup. Number 3 is Bank of America, Wells Fargo, BNY Mellon, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and State Street. This is the money mafia. Okay, these are the money mafias. And so if you have not heard, which most people should have, but JP Morgan Chase is to buy, or they've already acquired, they've bought First Republic Bank, right? Now, some of the things that I wanted to cover with them actually purchasing First Republic Bank, I wanted to talk about is a couple of things, right? First thing we got to know is that as a part of this transaction, First Republic Bank had 84 offices in 8 states. All of these offices will reopen under the JP Morgan Chase Bank name. So number one out of everything, JP Morgan Chase just got 84 branches bigger in the United States. This was the biggest real estate play ever. Huge. It's like McDonald's buying Burger King and taking over all the Burger King locations and putting the golden arches. Ultimate win for JP Morgan Chase. However, it gets even bigger than this, right? Let's continue to push forward. Now, all depositors of First Republic Bank will become depositors of JP Morgan Chase Bank and will have full access to all of their deposits. Not only do they have more real estate, but now they have more people. This was like Apple Pay starting to do savings accounts now. Same thing. Like, it's not the same thing, but it's that same concept. Like, Apple has so many customers, and with them partnering with who do they partner with? They partner with one of these too big to fail banks, right? I believe it was Goldman Sachs, but it was one of the companies that one of these banks that Apple partnered with. So with this partnership, okay, this makes them bigger in real estate. larger in real estate, and this also gives them more clientele, which is always better, right? Meaning more money, right? Now, the deposits will continue to be insured by the FDIC, and customers do not need to change their banking relationship. Customers of First Republic Bank should continue to use their existing branch until they are receive notice from JP Morgan, right? That they can start going to other JP Morgan branches. As of April 13th, First Republic Bank, pay attention, had approximately $229 billion in total assets and $103.9 billion in total deposits. That is literally $334 billion in assets and deposits that now JP Morgan Chase has in that it has acquired. In addition to assuming all the deposits, JP Morgan Chase agreed to purchase substantially all of First Republic Bank's assets. So they assumed no risk. The FDIC took on all of the risk. JP Morgan Chase literally came through this deal. They bought. This play was incredible. Like Jamie Dimon, like literally a goat for this. They acquired $229 billion in assets, $103 billion in deposits, and did not acquire any of their debt, any of the risks. That is incredible because it was FDIC insured. Something I want to show you guys is this. The reason why this made sense for the FDIC to partner with JP Morgan Chase is because I broke it all the way the heck down. Do y'all understand that this relationship, right? This relationship was established. JP Morgan Chase became FDIC insured on January 1st of 1934. 1934. Okay, almost 100 years. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, no. Almost 100 years. Okay, almost 100 years. They've been FDIC insured. So when we talk about relationships, there's power in relationships, right? That's why you got to go to these events so that if you have a business idea, you can start getting around the people like JP Morgan got around the people, which was FDIC. Which was the FDIC to become FDIC insured back in 1934. Of course, y'all done so much business with us. We got such a great relationship with you. Of course, we love to take on all of this debt. We love to do this. It saves us because guess what? If Chase did not come and acquire those assets, guess who has to manage those assets? The FDIC. And that's not what they want to do. The FDIC doesn't want to manage those assets. They want to do what they're supposed to. They want to do what they're great at. Okay? So the FDIC and Chase Bank are also entering into a loss share transaction on single family, residential, and commercial loans it purchased of the former First Republic Bank. How many people know what a loss share transaction is? Drop us 7 if you know what that is. Drop a 0 if you don't know what a loss share transaction is. Okay. A lot of zeros. I didn't know either until I dove into the rabbit hole on this stuff. So don't feel bad. Don't feel threatened. Okay. Now I want to play this video real quick. And it was a really great educational moment for me. And then we're going to close the call out here in a few.
For more than 75 years, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation has kept money in America's bank deposit accounts safe and sound. But what happens when a bank fails? The FDIC has 2 jobs. 1, protect all insured deposits. And 2, dispose of the bank's assets, which are mostly loans. They come in many shapes and sizes. If the FDIC doesn't sell these assets at the time of failure, it must take them over and manage them until they can be sold at a later time. And because of uncertainties about future losses on those loans, buyers are unwilling to pay much for them. So the FDIC has a less costly way to move them at the time a bank fails. It's called loss sharing. Here's how it works. Let's say Orchid Bank wants to acquire the failed Beige Bank, but it is hesitant about the risk in certain loans in the portfolio. The FDIC enters into a loss-sharing agreement with Orchid Bank to cover a portion of the losses on those loans. Orchid will assume all of the deposits of Beige Bank, $100 million, and all of the loans, valued on the books at $100 million. The book value is what Beige Bank invested in these assets, but they are not worth that now. After all, the bank did fail. With loss share, Orchid Bank will pay more for the assets than the FDIC could get by selling everything on the open market. And by buying all the assets, Orchid Bank is minimizing the FDIC's losses. Loss sharing benefits Orchid Bank by protecting it from the trouble that caused Beige Bank to fail. And it benefits the FDIC, which gets a higher price for the assets by providing some certainty to Orchid Bank about what its maximum losses will be. An added benefit to the FDIC is that loss share reduces the amount of cash the FDIC must expend to make depositors whole. If the FDIC couldn't find a buyer for Beige Bank, it would have to take $100 million out of its fund to pay Beige Bank depositors. But with Orchid Bank acquiring all deposits and assets, the FDIC's outlay is significantly lower. And because Orchid Bank is doing all of the customer service on the loans and bank accounts, the FDIC saves again on the costs it would otherwise incur in collecting loan payments and other costs of carrying the loans. Bank customers also benefit from loss sharing. Their deposits and loans stay in the same place, so the customer banking relationship is preserved. As for making big profits on reselling assets, the loss sharing agreement stipulates what Orchid Bank can and cannot do with those acquired loans. For example, Orchid can only sell them after a certain period of time, and even then, only with the FDIC's approval. And if the bank incurs no losses on the assets, the FDIC makes no loss share payments. Orchid Bank is also required to implement a government-approved mortgage loan modification program with the goal of keeping people in their homes. If Orchid takes a loss on the modified loan, the FDIC will make a loss share payment to cover it. But if modification isn't possible and Orchid forecloses on the loan, the bank gets no loss share payment until the home is sold. And even then, only if there is a loss. The FDIC also carefully audits every loss share agreement. Loss sharing helps the FDIC minimize outlays and maximize returns to its fund. It keeps assets in the private sector instead of under government management. It protects acquiring banks from losses. Most importantly, it helps local consumers and businesses by keeping the assets of the failed bank in the community, preserving banking relationships for customers who have both deposits and loans in the failed bank, and keeping people in their homes wherever possible. By sharing the loss, many gain.
Amazing. Okay. So, so again, a lot of education, a lot of things that we have to know. It's important to just know these things, right? Especially when moments like this happen. If someone had their money inside of this bank, now you're having to go and, you don't even have a choice. You're forced to use JP Morgan Chase unless you close that account down and you go to another bank, right? So the monopoly is happening, right? The money monopoly is happening. Literally, these 8 banks. I'm really just interested in seeing how this stuff really plays out over the next couple of years, because I think it's going to be very interesting to see. I did have some other stuff to share with you all. But some Ripple partnerships and stuff like that. But we always go over this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this until Thursday. And what I want to do is I want to open up the floor to anybody that has anything that they would like to share, anything that, anything that you would like to say. Feel free to raise up your hand. We'd love to hear from you. And while we're waiting on people's hands to raise up, hopefully get a couple people, I want to cover a couple of things. Any of the content that we share here on Coffee and Crypto will be dropped inside of our Discord group. Okay, if you want access to the Discord group, text that number. Hey, look, that's why I got the number now. Text that number. All right, 678-688-3251. 678-688-3251. Text that number right now. Discord. Okay, and I will send you the access to the Discord group. All right, anything you need from me, you can access me through that number. Anything that you need, you can text me exactly what you need, and then I can text you back, and then we can figure out how to get everything provided for you and worked out. So feel free to do that. Now, with that being said, guys, what we're going to do is what I would like to do is open up the floor to anybody. Open up the floor to anybody that has anything to say. Oh, my boy Mo, there he is right there. Let me ask him to unmute. What up, bro?
Man, what's going on, man? All I gotta say is I'm proud of you, man. Keep on going.
Hold on, you still muted. Oh, hold on, wait. No, you're not. No, you're not. This on my end. Let me correct my speaker. Yo.
All
right, I can hear you now, bro.
You hear me now? I was just saying, man, I appreciate you, man. I'm proud of you. I tell you this all the time, man. Little drop top twins are coming soon, man. We think, man. But you know me, I had to come back and tap in with my roots, man. I'm back down here in the Virgin Islands, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Get closer to home, man. Soaking
Yes.
up everything, man. You know, I leave today to come back to the States, bro. And I got so much motivation. I see so much things that I want to change when I come back to my hometown. As soon as this flood of this new wealth, this new 1% step on in, man, there's so much people I got to touch, so much people I got to change, so much of the environment, just the building, just everything that I got to change up. That's my humanitarian project, to come back and change up my hometown and bring my hometown to the States and see how it is, man. And that's me right there, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Our time is now. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Much love, bro. Appreciate the energy, Mo. Need it. If there's anybody else, feel free to raise those hands up. You know, this is the moment, man. Look, it don't matter if you talk every time. I don't care. I want to hear from you. You know what I mean? Hey, let's tap in. Let's stay locked in. Let's stay plugged in. What up, Billy?
Hey, good morning, Vince.
Good morning, Billy.
Glad you had a safe trip, man.
Me too.
I've been sick all week. So I couldn't attend nothing, but I've been attending my education. I'm interested about that NFT. In fact, I looked at it while I was on the call with you to see if that was still available. The NFT dropped, so I wasn't aware of it.
I think it ended last night at like 7 or 8 a.m. I think it was like, so by the time I was like nobody gonna see. I was like, people are done. I was like, people are asleep. So I did it last night. Like literally I woke up, I opened my eyes. I was like, let me just click the button. I got it. And I figured people was probably asleep. So I didn't even want to, I was just like, man, I ain't even want to do y'all that way. But I think you can go buy. I think you go buy the gold one. I don't think you can get the free one though. But I think you can go buy that gold one.
Okay. So I'll have to.
You go to the store. So on your wallet, you would go up to where it says store, and in the right hand corner of your hashpack, you'll see on the actual computer, not the app, but the actual computer, it'll say store. You can click on store, and it'll show you whether you can still get that NFT or not. I think you might have got muted out. Hold on. Did you get muted, Billy? There you go. No, you got muted. I don't think we can hear you. Can y'all hear Billy? I can't hear him. Oh, 1 second, Billy. Okay.
Gotta go.
All right. I'm not sure if we were able to get Billy back on, but yeah, if anybody has any other questions or anything you would like to say, feel free to raise your hand up. And if not, then we'll conclude this episode. This is episode number 101. So feel free to raise your hands if you got anything to say. Ms. Zuli, do you have something to say? Okay, because I couldn't see your hand raised. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Hi, how you doing? No, you
Hey.
mentioned Circle. Could you talk a little bit more about Circle and USDC? Because for a while there was, the stable coins and there's some fear. So right now, how do we view in dealing with USDC?
USDC is still the same. They at the event, they said that they were very transparent, in regards to their treasury management within USDC with the amount of dollars that are backed to each stable coin. Apparently they have their stuff together from what Alaire says.
Okay.
Circle is partnered with Coinbase. Circle is partnered with a lot of really big, BlackRock. They're partnered with a lot of really, really big institutional players. So I do see Circle being around long term. Circle had the biggest, booth at Consensus 2023, which I'm sure they should. But they had one of the biggest, was right in the middle, right in the center. It was huge. They're spending the money on marketing. They're spending the money on hiring more people. They're continuing to improve their process. From my understanding, they're continuing to improve their process with regulation. They're fighting as well every single week to get clarity alongside Coinbase and alongside everybody else. So I feel very comfortable, very confident with Circle. And what I'll do is specifically, I will go through that video that was with Mr. Alaire and the other gentleman from Coindesk, and I'll find some clips to show of that on Thursday, just so that so you can get some better understanding of where Circle is headed.
Thank you. I just want to bring it up now. Maybe we can talk about it on Thursday or some future date, because I've been reading the crypto news, just regarding about crypto.com. We've not heard much, although now it's in the news because how far it's gone down. But that was one of the biggest in 2022 and started really going to losing big time. So what do you see in terms of forecasting for to what extent can we count on Kronos, especially with the buildings and the advertising and the marketing that they have out there, and the changing from Crow to Kronos, Kronos to Crow? I can't remember what exactly they were doing, but I remember buying crypto and holding on. So just curious about your thoughts on that.
What is your question exactly?
Just about crypto.com. Kronos, Crow.
Okay. What did you want to know? You wanted to know?
Reading the news, reading the crypto news, just looking at how far they've declined compared to. So how can we look in planning our portfolio? Let's say if anyone is hit. I remember we were encouraged at one time by another segment, another group, to buy Crow. So just curious, your thoughts about that.
I think that it's a technology, it's a software. Nothing has happened to crypto.com. The platform's still up. You're still able to purchase, sell, and trade cryptos on there. You're able to also stake. You're able to do a lot of different things. They have a card. They have an actual credit card.
Right.
All of this stuff is going to take time. Like a lot of the stuff that we're asking, we just need to be patient on, because it's still going to take 10, 15 years. This is like a long-term game. So like where these apps are today, like what I learned from, like, for instance, I did an interview with VeChain. I'm actually about to drop the interview soon. Right. So did an interview with the lead developer at VeChain. He flew in from Italy or someplace. And so his name was, I believe it was, I don't want to butcher his name, so I'm gonna save that. But he was from VeChain. All right. So when we did the interview, I learned something from him. He was like, what people don't understand and what developers understand is it's too early to even like to even gauge this technology because it's changing so fast. He was like, where we're at right now, he was like, where we're at right now, most of us developers, is not where we'll be 10 years from now. So mass adoption hasn't even happened for any of this stuff to take off. There's very few people that even have a crypto.com card that's using Crow as for transactions. So that's why it's declined. I mean, the whole market has declined. So as far as, is it a good investment to keep? Yeah, I think it is. I haven't sold any Crow. I haven't even thought about selling it. And the reason why is because it's just too early to think about selling. I'm thinking about accumulating. I'm not accumulating Crow at the moment. I've accumulated enough Crow. I'm accumulating. And I would say if you haven't accumulated enough Crow, then maybe you want to get some more Crow. But for me, I've accumulated enough Crow to where now I'm focused on other projects and other things. So everybody's in different places and different spaces in their investment journey. So I don't want to tell someone, oh, it's a good idea to buy it. It's a good idea not to buy it, especially on this show. I'd rather just tell you that the technology's still rolling. FTX crash. So, if you invested in FTT, God bless your soul. Crypto.com is still here. If crypto.com crashes and you invested in Crow, God bless your soul. So you got to just take those things with a grain of salt and understand that Crow is based on the crypto.com ecosystem, period.
Right. No, I just chuckled because I said, you said 15 years. I say, I know for definitely 15 years, 20 years, I won't be around. So I'm at a different stage of life. So it's like, okay. So it's like, yes, I would keep I leave a legacy for, planning for that, but I want to enjoy some of the rewards at this point in time. So, but I appreciate your commenting. Like I said, just keeping up with the news, keeping up with the data, what's going on. And so hopefully this conversation benefits the younger generation who do have, they think they have the time because anything can happen at any moment. We know that. So we just got to be prepared. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I just don't know if, personally, I don't know when any of this will take off. I can't tell you XRP will take off. I mean, Hedera hit 8 billion transactions yesterday. It's at 8 billion transactions. And Hedera, it hasn't moved. So, it hasn't went up. It hasn't went down. It's just been stagnant. It's been moving sideways. So, just got to really, really have to just wait and be patient. And again, that's why we say, don't invest what you can't afford to lose. And if you don't believe in something, get out of it and invest in something you believe in. That's what I believe in, So I haven't sold any Crow. I do believe that the reason why I haven't sold Crow is mainly because of the fact, Mizuli, that Binance, if you look at the history of Binance and you look at BNB was very, very inexpensive back in the day, right? And so if I pull up my coin market cap right now, and if I pull up my coin market cap, let me do that real quick. Okay, so just a quick lesson in. Now, this does not mean, just because I'm showing y'all this does not mean that this is what it is, right? This is how it works, okay? This is just my own mindset and theory of looking at the history of a technology and looking at a current technology and their similarities. So the first thing is exchanges. So if I go look, you have Binance coming in number 1, Coinbase coming in at number 2, and this is for spot. And then you have crypto.com coming in at number 19. Okay. So it's number 19 out of 500 and something exchanges. Okay. Which is not bad. Okay. You have all these other ones, but the biggest thing is this, right? So you have all of these different exchanges. Now, if I go to CoinMarketCap and I go look at BNB and I go back to, let's see, let me zoom in. Okay. And let's say I go back, to 2017. Okay. 2017, BNB was 10 cents. Okay. That was 2017. It was 10 cents. We saw in 2021, 18, 19, 20, 21, So 4 years, we saw this thing go from 10 cents to $676. It went from a 24-hour volume, right? It went from a 24-hour volume of $200,000 every 24 hours, all the way up to $5.73 billion every 24 hours. Okay. So if we go to Crow, let's go look at Kronos. Okay. We go look at Kronos. It's at 7 cents today. Okay. Wow. It's at 7 cents today.
Time to buy.
If we scroll all the way back to 20, I mean, it's not even as old. This technology is not even as old as it, but in 2019, you know, you can see 3 cents, you can see this. And then the thing went all the way up to, you know, almost $1. You know what I mean? We went to almost 90 cents, right? So again, if we look back here, we can see that there were more transactions. I'm still learning tokenomics. I'm still learning how to look at these technologies and compare and contrast them. Crow will never be as big as Binance, right? Crypto.com, Binance is just, it's a beast, right? So understanding that Crypto.com will never be a Binance, but that, you know, they are a popular exchange. So I don't know where I feel like the price of Crow will go. That's why that's kind of why I kind of just veered away from buying more.
I think you said something really important, particularly for new people that are getting into the space, that to keep in mind that this is definitely a technology. We have to change the mindset, looking at from the price, or this is about money, but just remembering that it is a technology. So it's a blockchain, it's a technology. The nodes are technology. All this is technology, and to have that at the forefront versus thinking about this, about the value to some extent. It is important, the value, but at the same time, that is the technology, what the utility, what it does, and that's what you keep repeating over and over to remind us about the utility of what this technology does, and you know which one may be best serving us. So thank you.
No problem. I think some people are here to get rich. I'm here. There's a lot of places I can put my money, right? So it's crypto is not the only place I could put my money. There's a lot of places. I'm here because I believe in the technology. I believe in the things I've researched and I've read. And if you're here, I recommend that you also be here for that. Not for the price, right? Be here in support of that. Be here in support of that idea, that concept, right? Don't be here for the idea that, oh, I'm going to get rich from crypto. I know that we talk about it, all right, because I feel like it's true. I'm also here because I'm going to get rich. But ultimately, first, I'm here because I believe in the technology. Second, I'm here because I believe that the technology will bring me some form of wealth in my future. And I don't know how long that can take, but I'm being patient. I'm waiting. And we'll see what happens in the future, you know, and hopefully you're as optimistic as me, especially if you're on this show. So with that being said, I want to say thank you guys for being here, being the best part of episode 101. We're going to continue to push forward. This Thursday coming up, we'll have more things coming. I will be announcing, we will be doing another masterclass very soon. So Thursday, you guys can look out for being able to purchase your tickets for our next masterclass. I believe it'll be our XRP masterclass. So I think it's worth it being there. At least for the information. I will give you guys more info on exactly how you can join that. You'll get videos on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. And just make sure you guys are staying plugged in. Thank you so much. It's good to see you, and have an amazing rest of y'all's day. And I'll see y'all in the next episode.